The first thing we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about setting up a header for your blog. And the first thing we're going to do is you go into Blogger, go ahead and log in, and then click down here where it says Design. And now we're going to create what I call as a header. And without it, it will say Add a Gadget. So where it says Add a Gadget, you will click on there. And you will select, like I'm not going to add it on this side, but for the top what we would I suggest is a link list. And you would click on that button and then you can title it whatever you want. Now what I have done is titled mine header, and then I saved it, and there were no links in there at that time. So I'm going to cancel that because I'm not going to add a gadget here, but I've added it here. So this is a link list, and I've titled it header. Now when I want to add a link, I press the edit button, and you can go in and I've created a link to home, a link to my terms of use, a link to PSP tutorials, and to PSP scripts, and to designer tools, scrap kits, candy wraps, and freebies. Now if I were to hit edit on these, you can see that it puts in here the URL. So if I were to add one, I would put it in here under the new site URL and the new site name. So that would have been, like, my name here would have been home, or it would have been PSP tutorials. Then I add link. Now I'm going to show you what when you go in here, you can move these anywhere you want by pressing on the little button here. It moves it down, down, and down. Or if I want it to go back up, I click the little up arrow until I get it back where I want it at the top. And then you would hit save. And it'll tell you changes are saved for the header. So then you can view blog, and you can see that this header bar shows up right here. So that is just a little bit. You can go back to your edit layout, but what you'll do is add a gadget, select link list, title it header, and then edit it to take you to each of these areas. Now how do I know the URLs for that? If I go back to my blog and I go to the right over here, I have view post by topic, and let's say I wanted to know the link for terms of use. When I click on that, it takes me to the terms of use, and at the top I would just highlight all of that, press Control C if you're using Microsoft Windows and you're copying that, and then when I went to edit layout and I went to my header and hit edit, when I went to the URL I deleted that out and just hit Control V and it puts it in there. And then I titled it TOU, and then hit add link and then save, and it shows up as a header bar. And that is how you would add a header. But you will need to set up your labels for this first, and we'll do labels here in the next tutorial.